Hello students, I hope you all are fine. Today we will start with the third chapter of Statistics for Economics, that is Census and Sample Method of Collection of Data. Look at this mind map. These are the different topics we will cover in this chapter. So first topic is Concept, Suitability, Merits and Demerits of Census Method. Second topic is Sample Method, Suitability, Merits and Demerits. Third topic is Methods of Sampling, that is purposive sampling, random sampling, systematic sampling, stratified sampling, quota sampling and convenience sampling. And last topic we will cover is comparative study of census and sample method. So these are the different topics we will cover in this chapter. Now let's start the chapter Census and Sample Methods of Collection of Data. Suppose there are 2000 students in a college and an investigator wants to collect the information regarding their family background. And if investigator is collecting the information from all the 2000 students of that college, so that is known as census method, because each and every student is studied, information is collected from each and every student. But in sample method, out of that 2000 students, only 200 students are selected. Information is collected only from the 200 students and result is drawn or conclusions are drawn on the basis of information collected from the 200 students. So that is known as sample method. Now let's start with the next topic, that is universe or population. What is universe or population? An aggregate of items to be studied for an investigation, that is known as universe or population. For example, if there are 200,000 students in a college and an investigator is collecting information from all the 2000 students of that college, so that all the 2000 students are known as universe or population, and each and every unit of 2000 is known as item. Another example is of sugar mills. If there are 10 sugar mills in your city, so the 10 sugar mills are known as population, and each and every single unit of sugar mill is known as item. So now another example of the population and item is, suppose there are 25,000 households in your town and information is collected from all the 25,000 households. So the 25,000 households are known as population or universe. Okay. And if out of 25,000 households, only 2500 households are selected, and from that 2500 households information is collected, so that 2500 households are known as sample, and each and every household is known as item. For example, if there are 27 items, so 27 items is known as population or universe. And if out of 27 items, only 3 items are selected, information is collected from that 3 items, so that is known as sample method. Clear? So let's do that in detail. There are two methods of statistical inquiry, that is census method and sample method. What is census method? Census method is that method in which data are collected covering each and every item of the universe or population relating to the problem under investigation. For example, if there are 25,000 households in your town and you are getting information from each and every household about their income, expenditure, family members, occupation, literacy rate, so that is known as census method, in which each and every item of the universe or population is investigated or studied. For example, if you are getting information from each and every household of your town. So, census is a one kind of survey that is conducted after every 10 years. Last census was conducted in 2011 February. So, what information or conclusion was drawn? That India is the second largest populated country of the world. Next is suitability. So what are the points of suitability of the census method? When this method is suitable? When population size is not very large, Suppose there are 25,000 households in your town. So you can get the information from each and every household. But suppose population is very large, then this method is not suitable. Widely diverse items in the population. So what does it mean? Like there are rich families, poor families and middle income families in that 25,000 households. So they are representing diverse characteristics. The income is different, the expenditure is different, literacy rate is different. So when diverse characteristics are there of the items, then census method is suitable. Next is the requirement of extensive examination of different items. What does it mean? When there is a need of detailed information, then census method is suitable. Next is high degree of accuracy and reliability. Means when there is a need of accurate or right information, then census method is suitable. Suppose if you are getting the information from each and every household, then there is a more chance of accuracy and reliability because each and every household is giving their information by themselves. What are the merits and features of census method? So the first feature is reliable and accurate because each and every household of the town is giving the information by their own about their income, expenditure, about their family members, about how many are literate and illiterate. So the information is given by each and every household. So that is more accurate and reliable, and conclusion we will draw from that information that will be right. Less biased. Less biased means there is no chance of partiality because every household is giving the information. So there is not any selection of sample by the investigator. So there is no chance of biasness or partiality. Extensive information. Very extensive or detailed information is collected through the census method. For example, if the person is going to get the information from household, so the person is getting information about the income, expenditure, about the family members, about the how many are women, how many are men in the family, how many are children and old aged people, how many are literate and illiterate, how many are working, in which sector they are working, whether they are working in the primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector. So we are getting detailed information through the census method. Next is the study of diverse groups. What does it mean? Study of diverse groups, like there are middle income families, high income families, poor families. So the diverse characteristics of the universe are investigated. Next is study of complex investigation. When items in the universe are of complex nature, then census method is very much suitable. Indirect investigation. When you are collecting the information about the income, expenditure, about how many people are employed, how many people are unemployed, how many people are employed in the primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector. So through that information you can draw the conclusion about how many people are employed in that town and how many people are unemployed in that town who are of the working age group, and how many families are poor, how many families are middle income families. So through that information you can get the indirect other information as well. So these are the merits of census method. Now we will start with the demerits of census method. First is it is costly. This method is very costly because each and every household is investigated. So it needs a lot of time and money. Next is large manpower resources. Large manpower resources are required because so many people are hired for the purpose of survey and lot of training is required of that hired people. So it needs large manpower resources. Here is used one word, enumerator. Who is enumerator? The persons who are hired for the purpose of census or survey, that persons are known as enumerator. Next is not suitable for the large investigation. This method is not suitable for the large investigations when the population is very large. Then this method is not suitable. This method can be used only then when the population size is not very large. So these are the different topics we have done today, that is census and sample method, population and item. Then we have done suitability, merits and demerits of census method. I hope all the points are clear to you. Thank you.